Alright, so I'm gonna continue with collectibles, get that finished, and then give to the mission. I did do a video and then me recording got corrupted, sadly. Yeah. Don't ask me how it felt. It wasn't nice. I remember how much of a pain that was. Oh, hold on. While we're waiting, let's see what Asher has to say.
From an early age, my father instilled a pride and patriotism in me that carried me far in life. I dedicated myself to serving the crown. I don't regret it, though it's not been without its challenges. One of those challenges was working with the Saints in taking down Cyrus Temple.
Hey, that's me. Okay, I'll grab this.
Yeah!
When Matt Miller came on as my field coordinator, he had a lot of opinions about the 3rd Street Saints. I've always liked Matt, but I admit he's easily wounded and a bit tetchy when it comes to past offenses. Still,
All right!
set some low expectations for that first mission with the Saints.
There's the last one. Ah!
I'm a creature of habit, of structure, which doesn't fit well with the Saints' MO. They have their way of doing things, and at times, I have no idea what they're thinking, or of their infatuation with those god-awful freckled bitches.
Better already.
But, when it comes down to it, they get things done. That's impressive, and I'm not easily impressed.
Freckle bitches for life.
Putting me in charge of the brothels was the best idea King ever had. There's no way anyone else in Stillwater would have been able to control the girls the way I did. It brought in the money, it brought in the clients, and it would have been the best Kings if Gat and all the Saints hadn't ruined it all.
There we go, another.
King never had the control he thought he did over the Vice Kings. It was all me and Warren keeping things running. Well, mostly me. Warren's ego got just as big as Benjamin's in the end. He thought the two of us would rule the city. Guess he didn't know me like he thought he did.
Oh, I feel sorry for Warren. He really thought it was all going to plan, but Tonya Tadley shot him.
It's amazing looking back on how I used to be. Constantly baked out of my mind, always looking for the next party. You'd think after I got my own dating show I would have been even more of a train wreck, but doing TV is hard work. Who has time to go smoke up when they have to be on set at 6 a.m.?
God damn. Ah, this will be the final one.
Warren, Tony, Alderman Hughes, I had them all wrapped around my finger. They would have died for me. Come to think of it, I guess they did.
They did.
Pow!
Ah!
Hope I scored. All hail to me!
Ever since that night on Lorenz plane, things haven't been the same. I used to be fun and carefree, smile and laugh. Now I just want everyone to pay for what the Syndicate did. Johnny didn't deserve to die like that. He was the toughest person I knew. And it's my fault. I should have gone back for him.
Well, I was the one who should be grieving, not you. Okay, so straight ahead of me. Okay.
The boss kept the crew together when we landed in Steelport. First we took out that asshole Philippe and then Kilbane for what he did to Johnny's funeral. Stag was just icing on the cake, really. I thought I'd be happy with revenge, but it was never the same. Even when the boss won the election and we moved to the White House, I couldn't stop thinking about what Johnny would say about it all.
Wah-wah.
Yeah!
Ah, here we go, banking. What?
I built, I watched, and then I acted. That's how I brought the Vice Kings up to be one of the strongest crews in Stillwater. Only problem was my lieutenants didn't have the same patience. That bitch Tanya drove a wedge between Tony and Warren. Then she convinced Warren to try and take me out, only to stab him in the back and take it all for herself. I may have lost the Vice Kings, but killing her almost made it worth the trouble. Good thing the player was there to help.
That's what I'm there for.
After the fall of the Vice Kings, I figured it was time to get out of the game. Living the life I had, I didn't want all that experience to go to waste. Figured a book would allow me to work out my demons and show the world what the game took from me. Didn't know it'd take off so well. Shit, if I had known back then what I do now, probably would have gone legit sooner.
What?
I always knew the Saints were ambitious, but I never thought I'd see them end up in the White House. And when the player called me saying how they couldn't do it without me, how could I say no? Thought maybe I was in line for vice president, but I guess Keith beat me to it. Still, being the president chief of staff certainly had its perks. Not bad for a kid from Sunnyvale Gardens.
What?
Just like Johnny taught me.
Okay, maybe it didn't all work out the way I planned. You know, Shaundi got a TV show and every guy in the world wanted her. I was doing commercials and barely getting my music off the ground. But still, now I'm the chief of staff of the President of the United States, so that's gotta count for something. Though I don't think the approval ratings are gonna much matter anymore.
I see.
Yeah!
Here we go.
Oleg is one of the best things that ever happened to me, and right now it feels like the worst. I'm up here trying to save us from captivity and psychological torture, and all I can think about is him. He's the only one who ever truly understood what I was saying. I never thought I'd meet someone with an intelligence nearly matching my own who made me feel like I wasn't constantly missing something in my life. Now I am. Now I miss him.
Aww. Oh, Julius.
When the Vice King stopped being about protecting Sunnyvale, I knew it was time to get out of the game. I was hoping that Benjamin could keep the city locked down, but years passed, and it ended up being the same old shit.
Yeah!
The victims were the people in Saints Row. I thought the Vice Kings was a cautionary tale that I learned something from. That if I built a new street gang, I could control it, not make the same mistakes King did. I was so fucking naive.
I don't know what you mean. Everything went well, didn't it? Oh, another Julius.
I knew early on what it was I let loose on Stillwater. The Playa was reckless and uncaring. Left a wake of bodies pointing right back at us. Think more destroyed than saved in the end. Sure, the Saints were taken over, but at what cost? I couldn't risk letting a sociopath run things.
Hey.
So I did what I had to do. Never thought the bastard would survive the explosion.
What can I say? I'm just too tough.
Yeah!
Oh, I see it. Please. Oh, thank God. Alright, here we go. Oh, and there's a computer. One more.
Woohoo!
Let's get this final one. But before we do, let's see where I have to go. So, to the left.
I don't regret much. You make your choices, you live with them. But if I could take anything back, it would be the way things ended up with Angela. It was all fun and games for her.
Yeah!
Just like Benjamin. I shouldn't have let her get in so deep.
Angela. Oh, let's get this last laptop. Yeah. And just like that, lady, you might want to step back. We are done.
I'm just that good.
I did give her a warning. So yeah, there we go. Oh. Well, I'm apparently missing 3 more. Oh, just look at that, guys. So, I can't believe we've done it. So, I guess we just need to proceed. So, we'll be on the very next day. Rescue Johnny Gat. Oh.
And